So now is the moment of truth. We're gonna see if we can put some gear on Ricard. 40-pound vest, that starts becoming more of a reality. And one of the things that he says, it never looks pretty out in the field. We're not expecting it to look pretty, but we want it to be efficient. And that's something we talk about in CrossFit all the time. How can we get from point A to point B, cover as much distance as possible with as heavy load as possible? So efficiency is going to be key. If we master the movement with no load, most likely when we start adding this weight, we can make it happen as well. We just have to tweak certain things out. So let's see what it looks like right now with just him wearing his 40-pound weight vest, and let's see what we can tweak out. How does that feel, Ricard?
It feels more difficult, it does.
Yeah.
But as I said, you need to know the ideal technique, you know, to strive for it, but it ain't gonna look like that.
That's right.
The equipment on.
That's right. So that's totally right. It's not gonna look like the ideal situation, but you have to strive for the ideal situation. So one of the things that we're seeing right now is because he's carrying load, he's actually having a hard time focusing on his positions. So what I want you to do is I want you to try to maximize length in the body as you roll into that candlestick.
Yeah.
And really think, lift my hips up, focus on getting my nice hollow, use that momentum on the way down, and just strive for finding tension throughout the system. There can be no slack. If I don't have traction throughout full range of motion, I won't be able to generate enough power output. So that's what I want you to try to do. Maximize extension on that hip, and then as you're coming down, drive the heel, compress your chest to your thighs, knees out, stand up tall. See what that looks like. Arms nice and straight too, just for now, let's make it look fancy. So arms straight, roll back. Big hip, yeah, better correction. It's okay, try it again. He tried, he has to do it again. So now, find that hip extension from the beginning as you roll back. Big hit, and now drive. Better, a little slower, but better and smoother. We can see that there's starting to be some kind of progression. Are you thinking a little bit more now?
Yeah, I am.
Great, so if there's no conscious effort on the movement you're doing and you're just trying to get through it, it's not gonna really transfer down the line. Moving is great, but sometimes we have to strive for something a little greater. So this is us just trying to put a conscious effort into a very simple movement and making it applicable to everything else we do, okay? Let's do it one more time. See if you can now, as you roll back, reach behind you. With your hand, try to think about reaching behind your ears. That'll give you a little bit more length in the full body. And hips up.
Yeah, you just strike this thing.
Arm behind you, hips up, drive. A little better. Now don't let the toes come over your head. If the toes come over your head, you're gonna get slack on that system. I want the toes in front of you.
Okay.
Elongate everything. Length, length, length. Yes, that's a good position. Back up. Good. It's a little slower. It doesn't roll really smooth. We're carrying gear. Sometimes we even have backpacks, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so it changes the game. But if you strive for that perfection right now during training in a very controlled environment, when the moment of truth comes, most likely you're gonna be able to perform at a better level than if you hadn't done it in a controlled environment, right?
Yeah.
Good job, good job. Anything you would like to add?
No, but I really like to keep it simple, you know, use the simple moves in CrossFit to transfer to the military, like this one.
That's right, that's right. So, in this case, gymnastics movement, yes, we're carrying some load, but thanks to the skill, which is rolling into a candlestick, he's able to generate that momentum. He's finding tension in different ways that we may not find tension while doing other kinds of lifts. And he's able to translate it into something a little bigger down the line that's most likely going to save his life.